Hi, you've reached Prophetess Chastity Daniel with the Prophetess Thought of the Day. And my thought for today is sacrifice. I've come to ask you on today, what are you willing to sacrifice? You see, the promises of God must be laid a hold of by sacrifice. John 3:16, God gave us the ultimate sacrifice in the form of his son, Jesus Christ, to reconcile us back into relationship with him. Jesus himself came down here. That was a sacrifice, leaving his beautiful heavenly home to come down here, be ridiculed, shamed, abused, beaten, betrayed. Friends and family didn't understand, talked about, left, deserted. When we go into Genesis 22, Abraham was given a promise by God of a son. Um, After many years, in old age, he and his wife Sarah finally got the promise. And then God asked him to sacrifice his son in Genesis 22 on an altar to kill him. And Abraham did go through with the process, but God stopped him. It was only a test, but still, and God provided a ram in the bush instead of Isaac, his son. But it was the process of God asking him to sacrifice, to test his heart. We, in order for us to lay hold of the promises of God, the things that God has promised us individually, destiny, assignments, things, family, finance, ministries, businesses, jobs, husbands, wives, whatever, they require a sacrifice from us or sacrifices. Anyone out here that has built something great or has anything great from God had to sacrifice in the form of many things: people, relationships. God's not going to ask us to give our child or husband or wife or friend or family member to be killed. He already provided us the sacrificial lamb in the form of Jesus Christ. So we are saved through faith in that. But to lay hold of, again, and I know you normally don't hear this, your pastor is not necessarily teaching you this. He's saying, or she's saying, sow this money, give us this money, and slap your neighbor 3 times and tell them tomorrow I'm coming out and I'm possessing this and that. No, you're not. Yes, you're supposed to tithe. You're supposed to give. You're supposed to do all those things, but also you have to sacrifice some things to see the promises of God come into fruition in your life, or they never will. And Jesus said in Matthew 19, verse 29, a little bit before that too, he talks about leaving family, homes, relationships, that we are to forsake all to follow him, and that those of us who have done that will receive it back in this lifetime here on earth, and of course in the next life. So what does a sacrifice look like? Well, many have to sacrifice their time. If you say you want to lose weight, and God gives you a prescription to lose weight, gives you a prescription to lower your blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, you want to be healed completely. A lot of times God will not just send someone to lay hands on you and just it disappear, which he can do that. He'll give you a prescription. So you eat right, you diet and you exercise. You're sacrificing a meal. You're sacrificing the old way of eating. You're sacrificing time to exercise. It doesn't have to be huge things, but it's going to be something, and each assignment is individual. God promised you a ministry. He may take you off your regular job making 6 figures or more and say, okay, I'm calling you into full-time ministry. You may sacrifice finances. A lot of times you'll sacrifice friends. They don't understand what in the world you're doing. Is she lost her mind? Has he lost his mind? Family members. They'll talk about you like a dog. But your goal is to lay a hold of the promises of God. Keep your eye on the prize. Stay focused. Keep God first. And it will happen. Have a blessed day.